That's right, baby. You know what it is. It's DJ Sus One Hip Hop Nation, the feature presentation radio show. Sirius XM, Ali V co-hosting with me today.
Hello, hello.
And we got one of my good friends in the building, the boss.
The biggest boss checking in with my family. What it do?
The boss was good, killer.
Man,
Yeah.
you already know, man. Feeling good, looking good. You know what I'm saying? New business, new moves. You know what I mean? New music. You know, it's a lot of good things happening.
The mixtape and now your 8th studio album.
Yeah.
How's it feel, man? 8 in. I remember when you dropped your first records.
Yeah.
You
my
8
first,
in now.
My first records. Who would have thought? Who would have imagined?
Yeah, I feel like you've progressed so much, though, man. I was listening to some of your verses from I'm So Hood with Khaled.
Right.
To when you came out with what was that song with Diddy with the Jay-Z sample, Where I'm From, the Angels record?
Right. Angels record.
And I felt like your style progressed, and now you're just like on complete movie mode.
Yeah.
How does it feel, man, to be this far on your 8th studio album with Def Jam, the last album with Def Jam?
I mean, the Illuminati took over.
Oh, man.
Before I have everybody calling you up bullshit, nah. I just feel like, on some real shit. I just, it's just that progression. You know what I'm saying? It's just progress. You know what I'm saying? It's a lot of work that's been put in, and it's just slowly been shown, but when it come to projects and when you look back to 06, you know what I'm saying? It's like, damn. Even I'm tripping. I'm like, yo.
Yeah, I was about to say, did you envision this from the beginning as far as you were going to take it? Like, what was the plans from the beginning compared to what it is today?
When I came in, it's like, we grinded so long to get on that we just took it that much more serious than anybody else. It took us 10 years to get on, so imagine once they finally crack the door and they let you in, you running around like a whole nother specimen, you know what I'm saying? So I just knew, I didn't know, we would have as much success. I just knew for a fact I was ready to work, to have that success.
Now, millions later, because I see the watch and the chain disrespecting my jewelry very nicely.
Oh, no, you doing your thing. You trying to downplay your richness. Don't do that. It ain't working.
I'm failing out here compared to you. But listen,
it ain't working.
Your 8th studio album, you're about to renegotiate with Def Jam, right?
I'm renegotiating with it's several labels, really all the labels at the table.
At this point in the game, when you're the biggest boss, what needs to be presented to you to stay at the label or to create a new situation with somebody else compared to what you've already had to this point of where you're buying all this shit, buying these mansions in Atlanta? Like, it takes a lot to keep you at Def Jam now, right? It can't be the same situation. What do you expect?
Most definitely, it's a whole nother level of knowledge, that I have, experience, that, whoever I, closest deal with, most definitely I have to respect. But at the end of the day, it's only one word that's important when we sitting at the table negotiating, and that's ownership. Yeah, ownership.
Owning your own masters and all that.
Ownership.
Yes. All right, well, the new single with Chris Brown.
Yeah.
It's called Sorry.
Sorry, produced by Scott Storch.
Scott Storch back in the game heavy.
Heavy.
So how did that come about?
Man, Scott, just a quick rundown on Scott. That's like one of the partners. That's a dude I really look up to on some G. You know what I'm saying? And just a quick story. I remember my first show, I got $25,000 to do. It was an outside big-ass concert in Miami. I got there early. I was so excited for my 25, nigga. So I got there early, and I'm backstage, you know what I'm saying? I'm just roaming and shit. And I never forget, I saw that triple black 62 Maybach pull up. Black rims and shit. I just walked over there to it. It's like it just called me to it. I ain't know who car it was. I just walked up to it like, yo, I'm finna look at this bitch. Somebody gonna have to look at this shit. And as I walked up to it, it's the homie Scott Storch. He cracked the window like a fucking movie. Diamonds on, silk shirt. I look over there. It's a very famous young lady. I won't say her name on the passenger seat.
Lil' Kim.
I look over there. I say, God damn. But this what it is. You know what I'm saying? And that following day, he actually let me use his yacht to run around and play on his shit. So I just always held him in another regard because we met a couple times, but not nothing serious. And then when we met in Miami, go by the crib. I'll be asleep when you come. If you really wanted it, I have my homeboy take you out. All right, cool. And we did that. And after that we just got real cool. And homie just a real genuine dude. So, he been going through his thing, and when he came back in the game, I told him to come right to my studio. And he set up, man, and this was one of the cuts that he laced us with. And he got with Chris Brown, and Chris was going through his situation with a young lady. And it just made a special type of dynamic. Everybody was kind of just, at that moment, and here we are.
Well, let me talk about mistakes, because Scotch is one of the most talented producers of our generation, right? Mm-hmm. He lost a lot of money doing whatever he was doing. We'll just leave it like that. You just bought a huge, how long ago did you buy that house in Atlanta? The huge movie. I saw a picture of it online, and it was a different type of disrespect. That was a different type of disrespect, because listen, I've been in Mariah Carey's crib. I've been in a lot of athletes. I'm friends with a lot of people in the game. That house is another type of disrespect. So do you feel like, that's a mistake? Because you only sleep in one bedroom, one bathroom. Because I know Scott Storch had that huge house and all those, he spent all that money and then he lost it all. Right. So how do you feel about that with your situation?
I feel everybody's situation different. But for me, real estate is one of my most lucrative ventures or things that I really be a part of. And if you kind of know what you're doing, you can kind of make some things happen. That home was actually built for $25 million, and I caught it right at $6 million.
Is the plan to sell it, or are you living?
It's you're dealing with 200 acres. It's prime for a lot of different things you could do. And at the end of the day, it's just all about making the right decisions and being in a position where you can move at your pace. You dig? And that's what I set up, the big homie Evander Holyfield, they say he spent, $1.5 million just keeping the grass cut at that motherfucker. Me, I went and started my own lawn service. I cut my own shit.
God damn. I heard there's horses running around. That's a whole other type of disrespect. Well, listen, I'm about to play this Chris Brown record. It's called Sorry, produced by Scott Storch.
And not to cut you off, but,
yeah.
I feed my horses a stack worth of carrots a week, you dig?
He's yo, you see the disrespect, yo? And he looked at my chain when he said it. Little ass chain.
Cut it out. You rich.
That's right.
Rick Ross, the biggest boss on the planet.
The biggest boss. We in the building.
Biggest houses, horses running around, cost thousands a week to feed them.
Carrots.
Yeah.
We feed them, vegetation diet.
So that was Chris Brown. Your joint with Chris Brown is called Sorry.
Right.
He sounded very emotional on the hook.
He was.
I saw an interview you did, and you said that you felt that had something to do with his situation, and he wanted to express it on that record. So,
yeah.
What do you think? What do you think about that, man? Like, how far in your relationship can somebody take it for you to, and that's too far over the borderline where you will not forgive them? Like, do you think he should be forgiven for what he did? Saying sorry, he's saying sorry through the record.
Yeah, most definitely.
Do you think Carucci should give him another shot?
Me being the person I am, I feel every situation is unique. Mm-hmm. But at the end of the day, it costs you to hold that hate. Peace is free.
Mm-hmm. That's true.
Peace is free. It's energy. It take energy to hate a motherfucker.
A lot of energy.
So if you learn to master that, you could get a little bit of that weight off you. You dig? And if somebody apologize, depending on the situation, it's something you should consider, because if you think you living in a world where you won't ever have to accept an apology again, and you ain't lived enough yet, you going to be getting apologies for different mistakes the rest of your life.
I want to ask you a question, because I've been through some bullshit with women. I know you're newly engaged, by the way. Congrats.
Believe that.
Congratulations.
And just talking about the Sorry record and everything's unique. Like, in your situation, if something similar had happened, like your girl cheated, could you forgive her? Because I was presented with a situation I didn't forgive, and I don't, it's very hard for me to forgive, But that's just me.
Did you ever cheat on her?
No.
Well, then,
negative.
I kind of feel you.
No. But you know how people say, like, this goes to the double standard. Like, they say men can cheat, we look like a pimp when we do it. But when women cheat, we feel like it's not acceptable because to the society, they look like a hoe. When in actuality, I think women, and I think you could come in here right here, I think women think the same way as us. They want to smash us the same way we want to smash. They make mistakes just the same way we make mistakes. So that's why I want to know where your mind is with it. Like, would you forgive, whether it's your fiance or a woman that you used to deal with, whatever, would you forgive your girl if she cheated?
The lifestyle I've lived, man, I've been very open with women doing what they do when I'm not there. Because the next time I would come around, who knows? You dig? So it's like, at some point, us being men, if you got a chick and you like that selfishness kick right in, which is a good thing. Yeah. But, after you repeat these cycles over and over, you deal with, different women, you travel different places, and you may have these conversations with these women, and you look up, it's 3 months, and you even haven't went and seen them, and at some point you become, you start feeling responsibility towards that too. And I'm a person, I done been around the world 10 times, and I always say this, but I done lived the life of maybe 10 niggas, maybe, you dig? So at some point you know what you want, and I could walk in the room and know what I like, and know what I want. You dig? And if I could get that, I'm good. And because don't question me about what I'm doing, because you could go and have sex, but you can't have as much as me. You dig? So that was just always my mindset. But I can imagine as a man being in a relationship where you done committed your life or your soul to, and you find out something. I could only expect that to be difficult.
But what about, like, I know in my upbringing, my mother and my father, obviously, my dad cheated on my mom. But he said that it was okay for him to cheat because he provided the house. My mom never had to work. She took care of, 3 daughters at the time. So he felt like it was okay. It was totally acceptable. Do you think if you provide financial stability for a female that it's almost okay to cheat on her?
No, I feel like if you feel that way, regardless if you was providing, you should feel that. It's just who you are and where you at in life. You dig? And I feel like long as you happy and you respect your partner, that's what's important. Because there's a lot of things that go on that we all will never know, that you would never even imagine, and that didn't make or break your situation. You dig? So long as y'all happy and, y'all getting out of it what y'all both want, that's what I think it's about.
And they say a lot of females date their dads. Would you want, do you look at yourself as a man who you feel like maybe your daughter would be worthy of dating? Not your daughter specifically, but, they say that a lot of females tend to date their fathers.
We asking some real questions today.
Right. Yeah, I just want to know.
I'm going to keep it real. I can't speak from a woman's perspective. I really can't speak from a woman's perspective. But one thing that I know, my daughter will know how a man treats a woman. And she learned that from me, how I deal with her directly. You dig? So the type of men that she dates when she get older, I can't speak for that. But, she most definitely will know what love is. You dig?
Right.
Yeah.
Tip Hop Nation is DJ Sus One, the feature presentation radio show. Ali V co-hosting.
Yes.
The biggest boss.
Ali co-starring, man.
Co-starring, my bad.
He's co-starring, man.
Just so you know, when Ross leaves, it's a co-host. Rick Ross is in the building.
The boss.
Yes, man.
I'm here.
So listen, talk to me. I'm sure you've mentioned this in a bunch of interviews, but I want to know how you really lost this weight, man, because I lost 60 pounds. When I met you, I was one of the fattest of all time. Girls used to look at me.
I was way bigger than you.
Yeah, you were bigger.
Yeah.
But the chains and the swag was it changes things on another level. I didn't have this chain when we met. All right, I built to that. You had 30 of them chains.
It was crazy. Yo.
But how did you go about the weight loss? What kind of food were you eating? Because I know a lot of people listen, they ask me, Sus, I lost 60 pounds. You lost so much weight. What are you eating?
Right.
For me, it was all diet. You know what I'm saying? A little bit of gym. Now I'm in the gym. For you, how did you lose your weight?
It's, losing weight most definitely is maybe 85 to 90% diet.
Exactly.
It's most definitely diet. So, for me, I changed my diet. And what triggered me really wanting to work out was the fact that I suffered 2 seizures.
Yeah.
And when I went to see the doctor, and he told me, I was fortunate that it wasn't, quote unquote, like grandma seizures or certain type of seizures that leave marks on your brains. It was a situation where I was exhausted. And it's just, you know what I mean? Just on some shit like that. So, of course, he prescribed me some medication for it. And I'm like, yo, I ain't never been good with taking medicine. I ain't good at that. You mean I got these 1-2 pills right here? When it's going to 1? I don't know. You don't know. I got to take this. Oh, man. So me thinking, okay, doc, what else I got to do? Because what if my blood pressure got high and I had to take another pill or some shit like that? I said, yo, I can't do this. I got to get in shape. And I said, you know what, if I lose a little weight, I get down to 1 pill for my seizure and then get off, you dig? That was my frame of thought. And so I just said, yo, doc, what's the first thing, if I wanted to start my diet, what's the first thing I should eliminate? Soda.
Immediately.
Yes.
I said, okay, cool. I won't never drink another soda.
Did he say anything about the Bel Air Rosé?
No. Everything is in moderation.
Yes.
Everything is in moderation. You know what I mean? You just got to keep whatever it is you do, you just got to lay it out and plan it and do it the right way. You know what I mean?
Well, congrats on the weight loss. I want to talk about being the biggest boss in the game, because being the biggest boss of the game, you got to be a leader for your team and your family. Now, I'm sure everybody's asked you about this. I saw you did the runs. They've asked you about the Meek Mill situation.
Right.
So I just want to know, first of all, do you feel like he made a mistake going at Drake with the tweets and all that? Like, if I know nobody controlled that situation, I know he did it on his own, but if you were there from the beginning, would you have told him to go a different route, or would you have had him express his feelings the way artists usually do?
I wouldn't listen to nobody myself. Me being an artist, this is my art. It's my vision. It's my voice. You dig? So I know me, if I had something on my mind, it's nothing nobody could have told me. I done had the big homies in the game come tell, stop, I'm finna shit on it. And, and just follow my mind. And, that's just always what's worked best for me. And I've always, felt like, for any artist, whatever it is, even if it's something that, even if you didn't agree, I feel like as an artist having a vision, you should support that. That's what you did this deal for.
Yeah.
Supporting their vision and what they seen, you dig? And me, myself, I've always, it's a difference between a battle and a war, you dig?
Do you feel like he went at Drake for some personal reasons? Because it never was announced.
You know what? To me, it's whatever it was.
Yeah.
It was his decision to do it.
I understand.
You know what I'm saying? Whatever level it was on, we may, you may find out. You may never. Either way,
find out.
yeah. Either way, it's done. You dig? And right now it's just all about putting your music, putting the everything together, and giving the streets what they want.
Well, he did put an Instagram post with some new records that sound fire.
Man, I can
tell you that right
half an
now.
album worth of shit in my music, and this is when you in these positions, this will bring out greatness. Whenever somebody thought they counted me out, I always did better than ever, because when it come to me being the underdog, I feel the best. I want to feel like the underdog. I want to walk in there and somebody think then some with Rose. Boy, I'm finna watch this. And it's going to be that much more electric. And, that's what bring that Muhammad Ali in you out. But, like I say, Meek, my little brother, Drake, my little homie. I done made history with both of them. So it's like me, it's like I'm sitting on my car getting it washed, and they over there at the park, a little rumble right there, and all the big homies just watching it. The little dust come up. And
yeah, we've seen this a million times, like artists beefing in makeup. Hopefully that happens with Drake and Meek. Have you had a conversation with Drake since this happened?
Nah, and even if it's not about beefing and making up, our circles are like this.
Yeah.
There's so much family in our circles. Not one phone call was ever made over this so-called situation. I mean, not one. And we the type of dudes when certain things come to the table, we all know how to pick the phone up and fix it. But certain things you just let transpire. Shit, finna go ahead and do it. Whatever. Oh, raps. Come on, song. Okay. Yeah. Okay. Oh, okay. Oh. Now let's get back and get this money, man. Let's put this shit on the street. Let's drop DC4. Let's get back in. Yeah.
All right. So you definitely took it as this is two of my homies, beefing because
I took it as Meek Mill is my brother.
Yeah.
And Drake, my little homie. And, this was not a no Vaseline or hit 'em up type of diss song.
Okay.
That's the era. It's none of that. Not one time that somebody was like, this shit on, boy. No, it ain't. That's diss records. That's when this shit is when you're hard and you really want to see somebody really, really lose or worse.
I understand.
That's the passion that I would put into something. I really want to see you do bad. And I don't feel that at all here. It's too much communication on so many other levels with so many other things. It's not that serious at all.
Well, the album is dropping in December.
December is Black Market, and I gave the streets Black Dollar.
Crazy mixtape.
And we all know where the Black Dollar goes to. Cash out in the black market, shorty.
All right, cool. So what can we look forward to that?
You already know, man. This is gonna be this music is it's most definitely gonna be clear, straight to the point. This is most definitely gonna be an album where any questions or any when I get in this zone, anybody that ever questioned their friendship or loyalty with me gets nervous.
Really?
Big time. This Rose. I walk through burning buildings and go jump in the coupe with the top down on the other side of it.
Are we going to hear any diss records on this album? That's a yes.
Yes.
The pause was a yes.
Now, see, I'm going to be honest. I don't even call them diss records no more. I just touch niggas. Motherfucker.
We're going to pause that.
If it's something that's out of line or I feel I just want to address, let's say, for instance, on Black Dollar Freeway, Rick Ross, of course we went through the situation of the lawsuit and which was bullshit. But, all the extra little negativity talk, I held my tongue until, the legal situation got behind us. But, a lot, some of the things people don't realize about, let's say, for instance, the lawsuit wasn't based on my name and Rick Ross, because if a rapper say they sus one, you can't sue him for that. It was based on the music, him saying my music was based on his life.
I see.
Port of Miami was his life. Triller was his life.
Right.
Deeper Than Rap that's his creation, offspring. He was the Teflon Don they call. That was what that was about. And, a lot of people may not have understood that. And, as he parade around here and, you testified on a lot of people. You sent a lot of real niggas to prison. You're not talking about that in your books. The people I glorify, my homies, you may want to Google them. They got life sentences. They don't even do interviews. Not only have they not told, they don't even do interviews. They want to make movies around them. They don't do interviews. These dudes that's supposed to be all this, them niggas talk more and do interviews every 3 days. They'll do call-ins with you right now. Niggas don't care, but they want to be respected. Shut up and sell whatever you selling, nigga. Keep my name out your mouth. And that's what that was. You dig?
So you're talking about this on the album.
Yeah, on Black Dollar. That's what I touched him, meaning it wasn't a diss record. Ain't nobody worth me putting a record to.
There was one person.
I mean, at this point I'm in now.
Yeah.
Because it's nobody I look up to that I'm beefing with. Anybody that I was beefing with really in the past is beneath me on all levels.
So how's it feel being engaged?
Oh, man, I feel like a boss.
Because I have days let's just be very clear. I'm single. You know, I was engaged at one point, didn't really work out. I'm single. I enjoy being single. But sometimes I have my days where I'm like, damn, I really want.
You want a spoon?
Yeah, well, I don't want to make it sound crazy like that, but I have the days where I'm like, damn, I really need to have that one chick. You know what I'm saying? But I feel like if I get in a relationship, I also have the days where I miss just having the random chicks do disgusting things. So I want to know how you feel about being engaged.
Oh, man, I feel cool, man. You know, I done did a lot, man. I done had fun. You know what I mean? Ain't no way I could even pull this off if I wasn't really fulfilled within myself. You know, dig? You gotta start with yourself first. Yeah, can't nobody. You know, I was savage. At one time, I was savage.
Mm-hmm.
Do you think the savage can make a comeback return years from now? Because this game is ugly, man. Girl, you know how it is.
You never know what it is, but that's the beauty in it. Don't put no pressure on yourself.
Mm-hmm.
Just live, man.
Be
happy. They riding.
Mm-hmm.
You riding for them, you riding for them. Other than that, it ain't no pressure. And you know, just like any of my past relationships, I have no envy towards nobody. It's like everything, you know, like when you think about relationship, every relationship ain't meant to fucking last forever.
Facts.
I've never, you know, it's just saying.
Tell women that. Don't say facts.
No, it's the truth. I feel the same way.
Yeah, some things, you know, are meant to be what they are.
Mm-hmm.
And you don't trip on it. I don't trip on, you know, whatever it was. You know, 85% of the times I was the one fucking up, but I wasn't tripping. Like, yo, it's all good. I just want to see you happy. I'm at peace, like, you know, when it come to chicks and shit like that.
But if every relationship is not meant to last forever, why propose to her? What is it about her?
Here we go with the woman.
Sorry, I need to know.
No,
why her?
It's a certain desire
Mm-hmm.
that can't be turned down. And once a boss has that desire for you, he gonna walk in the room and tell you, let's go. And you guess what you gonna do? You gonna jump in the Maybach.
Okay.
And you gonna cut on Hip Hop Nation,
Right.
and you gonna smile when he look over there at you and shit. You gonna play Sade on your phone for him till your phone die and all kinds of shit. That's what you do.
Do you have I know you don't have a specific date, but a season? Are we looking at summer weddings, winter
For the
weddings?
wedding.
I ain't even, we ain't looking at none of that. We just having fun right now.
Okay.
Enjoying the moment.
And I saw her post a picture with her and Jay-Z at the Rock Nation office, and she said that was the first time she met Jay, and she got to witness a real boss conversation. What was that conversation like? What did you and Jay discuss?
We discussed a lot of different things, a lot of different opportunities that's coming to the table. And you got to lay around because it's going to be some big talk coming real soon.
All right, man. Well, thank you for coming to the show.
Most definitely.
It's been a long time since I met you. Congrats on all the success. Congrats on the weight loss.
Yes.
I need Bel Air Rosé directly sent to my crib because I'm still single, and this is a great tool to use towards the females.
Most definitely, and they love it.
Yes, they love it. Co-star.
You see that? Now what you got to do is make sure you never fall below a co-star.
Thank you. You're right
and
about that.
anytime he try to buck, that's when you remind him, but you the star.
As soon as Ross leaves, you're a co-host. Rick Ross, thank you for coming through, my brother. It's DJ Sus One, Hip Hop Nation, the feature presentation, album in stores,
Love
Black Market, December.
You better believe it.